Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and in this video you guys will be watching me do colorful makeup that matches my shirt while I talk about my psycho ex-boyfriend. So if you would like to hear more about that and watch me do a colorful smoky eye, then stay tuned. So yeah, this is the palette that I'll be using. I'm not going to name off the shades, I'm just going to be like doing it and you can watch. Because I figured it'd be more fun watching me do my makeup while complaining than just sitting here doing nothing and complaining. Okay, so where do I start? Because this is a long story. It's like Criminal Minds type craziness here. Okay, so I need to think of a name to call this dude. Okay, we'll just call him Dale, because like that's an uncommon name, and this dude's name is definitely nowhere near Dale. So yeah, me and Dale dated for about 5 months, but like barely. Like I don't even count it as a relationship because that's how much it sucked. So let me just tell you like a few like red flags that at the time I was too dumb to notice were like red flags. Like, hey, this isn't normal, girl, like leave. Because this was about probably 3 years ago. I was in 8th grade. It was like January when we started dating. So I was like, oh my god, like new year, new me, new boyfriend. So if I keep looking over here, it's because I have a paper with a lot of talking points, because trust me, it's a lot, okay? Get your popcorn, get your tea, get your beverage, get your appetizer, because we might be here a while, okay? Yeah, some red flags, as I was saying. So I could never go over, I need a primer, so he would never let me go over to your house. Like usually you're dating someone, you go over to each other's house, not just like the one person's, which isn't even like bad, like, you know, do what you want. I'm not saying, oh my god, he doesn't let you over to his house, dump him. Like, no, that's like the least of the problems. So yeah, that was like a thing which I thought was weird. Like, he wouldn't even like tell me like the area in which he lived. So yeah, another red flag is he had me blocked from his Snapchat story the whole time that we dated, and I only found out that he had me blocked from his story because his like friends would come up to me and say like, oh my god, you did this and that, and then blah blah blah, and he said this and this and this about you, and I'm like, no he didn't, like what? And they'd be like, yeah, it's on his story, and I'm like, there's nothing on his story, but like obviously there was, I just was not able to see it. So yeah, once that happened, I should have just been like, whatever, like see you later. But I sticked around because I was a dumb 13, 14-year-old that, you know, first boyfriend, I didn't know that that wasn't fucking normal. Okay, and then another red flag is he would make up like really disgusting, like vulgar rumors about me, and his friends would always like tell me like, oh my god, you do this and that, and I'm like, what the like, what are you talking about? Like, come on, please elaborate, because I've never heard of that. But like, I guess it's good to learn more about yourself when you hear about a rumor. It's like, really? I didn't know what I did. Like, tell me more. What did I do next? So yeah, that was a thing. Like the whole 8th grade year. Like I would just be in science, and these people would come up to me and be like, well, and I'm just like, fuck you, dude. Like, I don't care. Like, you're lying. Which like they weren't. I mean, they might have been. I don't know. So all of that was just happening throughout the relationship. And then Valentine's Day happened. Valentine's Day was really sad for me, guys. Like, the day of Valentine's Day, I was like, oh my god, my first Valentine's Day with a dude. This is gonna be so freaking cute. Like, Hallmark movie type cute. And it was the opposite. Like, it wasn't cute, sis. So on Valentine's Day, we weren't even, like, scheduled for a date. Like, we were literally just gonna hang out. So I guess even that wasn't that romantic. But I was, like, expecting, like, a gift and shit. And he was supposed to come over probably like around like 5 or like 5:30. So I texted him at like 6 and I was like, bro, like where you at? And he never answered me. I texted him on like everything and I was like, hey, are you still coming? Where are you? Like, we had plans, like, dude. And he never responded. So of course my dumbass was just laying there like all depressed, like watching these dumbass movies by myself. And I like looked so cute. I was like, whatever. Just did my hair and makeup for nothing. Just to sit here alone. The whole time he was cheating on me, which we're getting to later. So after Valentine's Day, he didn't like hit me up for a while. And by a while, I mean like only a week, which is like a while for me. Like, if I don't talk to someone in a whole week, I'm like, oh, I'm never talking to you again. Like, you don't even like me. So, yeah, but he never officially, like, broke up with me on Valentine's Day. He just kind of, like, did. Like I got the hint. Okay, so that all happened. And then I was in school, and I get a DM from this girl. We'll call her, like, Marsha. Okay, Dale and Marsha. She was the girl that he was with. I don't know if they were with each other on Valentine's Day. I'm assuming so. She didn't, like, say Valentine's Day. But she was like, are you dating this dude or whatever. And I don't have those screenshots anymore because obviously it was from 3 years ago. I have a whole new phone now, and I don't want to, like, try to, like, dig for all this shit. It's really hard for me not to say, like, her actual name, but, like, I really can't already get in some trouble. So yeah, she was like, I'll send you all these screenshots, he's cheating on you, blah blah blah. And I was like, no, he's not. Like, what are you talking about? And she, like, spent the whole day just telling me he's cheating on me and not showing me any screenshots. So I was like, well, if he was, like, where are your screenshots? Like, blah, blah, blah. So she finally sent them, and, like, they were really gross. Like, like, he definitely was cheating. And I don't even know how she agreed to some of the stuff he was asking her to do. Okay, so that was Valentine's Day. That was her. Except I didn't know if the screenshots were real. Like, after those screenshots, like, guess what I did? Like, you're gonna hate me, but I stuck around. I was like, well, they're probably fake because they didn't have a name, and it didn't even see the number. Like, it was only the messages, and it didn't even have, like, a picture. So I was like, she's probably lying. She's probably just jealous. Like, she obviously wants him. Like, all that. Like, being stupid and, like, blaming the girl and not the guy. So yeah, that was all that, and I just kind of, like, ignored it. I was like, you know, whatever. Like, you're just bitter because he's mine, which is stupid because, like, I would have been way better off without him. So yeah, skipping ahead, actually no, I'm gonna tell, like, a story because it's, like, the biggest red flag before I move on to, like, him, like, hacking my Instagram and everything. You know, the juicy, fun, like, illegal part. So yeah, I'm just gonna tell you this one experience. So this one time we were just sitting on my couch watching TV and stuff, and he came over, and he was, like, on his phone the entire time, like, not even paying attention to me. I was like, whatever. And obviously, like, that girl gave me the screenshots, and that was still, like, in my head. So I asked him, I was like, hey, are you cheating on me? And he was like, no. And I was like, who are you texting then? And when I tried to look over at his phone, he, like, pushed me away. He was like, and it wasn't, like, a light, like, don't look at my phone because I'm a cheater type push. It was like, no, get away from my phone. Like, don't ever try to look at it again type push. And where my couch was, or, like, the couch at the time, it was, like, 2 seats, cup holder, 2 seats. I was sitting, like, this way, and the cup holder was that way, and obviously there's wood and then cushion on top. So I banged my head, and I could, like, feel the wood, and, like, it hurt so bad. Like, I didn't cry because I'm not a little biatch, but, like, this shit hurt, man. It hurt. And then at first he was all like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to, like, push you or whatever. And then I was like, well, you did. And then he was like, why are you whining? I didn't even push you that hard. It didn't even hurt that bad. And I think we, like, argued about that for a bit. And for some reason still, that wasn't the last of it. Still stuck around. Okay, so moving ahead to our last breakup, like, after I broke up with him, actually, I think my mom broke up with him for me, because, like, I was telling her all of, like, the creepy and, like, rude shit he would do, and she just, like, broke up with him. Like, I was in cheer practice. I went into cheer practice, like, taken, came out single. She was like, oh yeah, I broke up with him for you. And I was like, okay. And I was really sad at the time. I was like, why would you do that? Oh my god, like, he's my boyfriend, blah. Like, we're so happy. But, like, I'm glad she did, because I don't think I would have. Like, took me long enough. So yeah, after that, things were, like, pretty chill. Like, obviously he, like, wanted me back, and I was just like, no. And then shit got weird, okay? So I know this now, he paid one of his friends. Actually, he didn't even like this guy that he paid to hack my Instagram. The guy just did it because, like, he was, like, so kiss-assy to Dale. And so Dale paid his friend to hack all of my social media. I was like, oh, cute. And I didn't know that it was hacked until, like, my friends started acting weird and, like, leaving me on open and shit after, like, I didn't even send them a message. So my aunt messaged me on Facebook, and she was like, hey, like, are you okay? Like, what's going on? And I was like, what do you mean? Like, I'm fine. Everything's fine. And then she told me about this, like, status that I supposedly posted on my Facebook because it was through my account, when really Dale was just like posing as me on all of my social media. And the status read, "My mom is such a whore," in all caps. Like, obviously I didn't write that myself, so everyone was like, "Dude, like, you're hacked." And I was like, wow, I wonder by who, because obviously, like, I knew, like, it's definitely something, like, he would fucking do. And he, like, kind of did. He was literally hacking all of my pages for 2 months straight. Like, in that time period, he hacked my Instagram 5 times. Not once, but 5, because I kept on making, like, new Instagrams. And then he eventually deleted my first account as a whole, which was kind of sad because, you know, it had like a few followers. And yeah, I was like pissed because it's the one that I've had forever with like all of my pictures that are literally only posted on there. And I was like, son of a bitch. Yeah, so all of that happened. And on one of the Instagram accounts, he deleted all of my pictures, my profile picture, kept my name though, like the account name as like Riley Bertoni, blah, blah, blah. And he posted the profile picture as some girl's nudes, and then all of the pictures were just of these different chicks, like, naked-ass bodies, and I was like, I'm in 8th grade, like, I'm clearly not that developed, like, none of these are me, and everyone knows it, like, be smart about that if you're gonna do that, because, like, there were 8th graders that, like, would send nudes to him, like, he would always let me know, like, oh, yeah, that girl you have science with, she sent nudes to me, and I'll be like, good for you. So, like, could just use those girls, but whatever. You were dumb and used actual grown women that in no way were fucking me. Like, my boobs are not that saggy. Like, hello? And so, yeah, after all that, I was like, you know what? Let's go to the cops. It's time. So my mom showed up to the, like, little police station, wherever. I don't even know where the fuck it was. Nowhere near where I'm living now. But, because it was cyberbullying. Really stealing identity. And at that time I would go to my principal like crying. I was like, he's literally like taking my identity like online, like this isn't me, because she would always call me down to the office thinking it was like me or some shit, and she would be like, well, there's nothing we can do. Like, what do you mean nothing to do? So she like called him down to the office and then messaged my mom about it and was like, well, he's had a hard life. And I'm like, so that gives him the right to like make my life hard? Like, no, suck it up, everyone has a hard life. So, yeah, the principal did not do anything. I actually, like, despise that principal, and I'm pretty sure everyone at that school that me and Dale went to also despised her. So, yeah, after all that happened, like, we went to the police. They didn't really do anything. They said that they, like, couldn't because they didn't have his address, and that's probably why he never gave me his address. And then they found it and then, like, dropped a note at the door, and they would, like, keep going back every day, and he was just never there. He was probably with Marsha, you know, the girl that he cheated on me with several times. So that's that part of the story, like the main, like, big hacking part. Ow, I just pinched my hand in this mirror. That is not a fun time. I always get done with these, like, crazy story times before I even, like, cut my crease and eyeshadow. Like, what is up? Oh, wait. I'm gonna get to, like, the, like, tea part. Okay, that'll take me a while. Okay, so after all this happened, or didn't happen because no one was doing anything about it, they were like, oh yeah, don't cyberbully. But hey, if you're ever majorly cyberbullied, we won't do anything about it. Like, bye, deal with it yourself. So after all of that, I was going into 9th grade. This lasted, like, literally the whole fucking summer. Because I think we broke up around, like, June or whatever. Like, my mom broke us up around June. So yeah, lasted pretty much the whole summer. I knew that I was annoying my friends because they would be like, wow, another Instagram. It was like kind of like a joke at that point. They were like, let's see if your Instagram gets hacked, blah, blah. And I'm like, probably will, let's see. So yeah, going into 9th grade year, my mom asked like, hey, don't put Riley and Dale in any classes together. And he did X, Y, Z to her, like, don't put them in the same class. This principal had the nerve to put us in the same first period together, put our lockers right next to each other, and give us the same lunch. I was like, bitch, what? Like, hello? Like, come again, please? I really thought that this was near. Okay. So I told my mom, and she was like, what the fuck? So she would like call me every day after school and see if anything like happened. And like one of the days, like he hit me in the head with a whole freaking textbook. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? So I went to the principal, and once again, she was like, well, he's had a hard life. And my mom was like, so, because he said that he had a hard life, which I don't fucking know. Like, I don't care. Like, I hope he didn't. No, I'm just kidding. But like, just because he had a hard life means that he can hit me in the face with a textbook? Like, what? I don't think anyone saw it though, because it was like in the middle of class, and people were like going into the back of the room where I sat to get books, and he was just like, I was like, ew. But yeah, so that happened. And then nothing happened after that, because, you know, for some reason, the principal loved him, and I was like, you're so rude. Like, come on. But this principal actually hated me. Like, that same year, she, like, thought that I was dealing cocaine just because a dog, like, slammed on my locker, and my locker was empty. They were like, oh, sorry for the inconvenience. I was like, well, you're out here checking my empty locker. There's actual drug dealers in this school. Like, hello? Get your shit together, mister. So, yeah, that's just a little backstory on why I think that, like, she hated me and was, like, letting me get hit in the face with a freaking textbook this whole year. Okay, where was I? Oh, yeah, the whole textbook thing. So that was pretty much like the first week of school, and then the first week of school at this school, I'm assuming it's the same at every school, like the first Friday of the year is like the first football game. So me and my friends were like, yeah, let's like go walk around, let's like be high schoolers. So we did, and at this time he already had like a new girlfriend, and this new girlfriend like always hated me, like since middle school. Don't know why, couldn't tell you, but she like never liked me. Like at the time in middle school in 8th grade, she'd be like, why are you dating him? Break up with him, he's such a bad person. And then she comes rolling into 9th grade, literally like all over him. I was like, cute, attractive, beautiful, like good job, hypocrite. So yeah, we'll just call that girl Sam. Now we're on Dale and Sam. Okay, so actually, yeah. And this girl's name sounds nothing like the name Sam either. Like, I'm picking, like, the most, like, basic names. So, yeah. Dale and Sam had a thing. And, like, I didn't care. I was like, cute, like, lovely. Like, I don't care. And they would, like, always try to, like, do stuff in front of me, like, to try to get me jealous. And I'm like, I really, like, could care less. Like, please, like, take my leftovers. Like, I'm giving them to you. Like, take them. And, you know, she did. So, at the football game, I was just walking around with my friends, like, chilling, like, being normal, civilized human beings, like everyone else that was there. And then this girl tries to fight me for whatever reason, just because I was talking about her. And I was like, yeah, I was talking about you, like, obviously, like, catch up here. So, yeah, she got all mad because I was talking about her. And I'm like, the day that I fight a female over saying something about me is the day that I will pay someone to hit me with a bus. Like, I will never fight over a guy, or if someone, like, said something bad about my name. Like, who cares? I don't care what people say about me. Like, hello? Say what you want. Like, I obviously know me better than you. So, yeah, she, like, tried to fight me the whole game. And then Dale came over. And me and my friends were with, like, these group of boys that, like, weren't from the school. So, yeah, me and my friends were, like, with them for, like, most of the night. So when this dude came, like, and tried to fight one of the dudes that I was hanging out with, like, Dale tried to fight one of my dude friends, which I never spoke to after that night, because after that night, they became friends with Sam, Dale's girlfriend. I was like, traitor. But anyway, so one of the dudes from my friend group tried to fight Dale, and Dale was all like, like how, like, they're literally just, like, standing there, like, talking. I was like, wow, like, oh my god, I'm so intrigued by, like, you guys yelling dumb shit at each other. Like, yeah, it's definitely a fight. So, yeah, so then they actually started running towards each other, and then the cops came and, like, split them up, and then I just left. I was like, you know, this is so stupid. And it sucked, because just because of that incident, like, everyone, like, came up to me for the rest of the night, and for literally the rest of football season, and when me and my friends would make jokes about it, they were like, oh, hopefully Sam doesn't try to fight you again. Like, they'd be like, oh my god, you were that girl. And I was like, unfortunately, like, I didn't choose to be that girl. They're like, Oma's got to fight at a football game. Like, I don't really. So, yeah, and like, it was literally so pointless. Like, I don't even understand. Like, girls that walk around, they're like, I'm gonna fight you. Like, no one cares. Like, get over yourself. Like, grow up. I sounded like so freaking like bitchy the way that I just said that sentence. Oh my god. Like, grow up. Like, ew, why did I talk like that? Okay, moving on. So that happened, and then for the rest of the season, my mom had like my brother come with me to football games in case like anything happened. Next part of the story. Okay, so after all that, like later in my 9th grade year, eventually Dale moved back to not moved back, he just like left the school, but like still like came back for like testing and shit. So I guess he was like homeschooled like through that school that I went to. So I would like see him like around the hallways, but I'd be like, go away from me. And he would have like his little friends in my grade because he was like 2 years above his name. It's okay. I'm just gonna cut that part out. That just like happened. Okay, so yeah, they would be like, oh my god, Dale, like, you still like it? Like, no, I don't still like Dale. Like, what? Like, come on. They would always tell me, well, he has a new girlfriend and she's like better than you. And I'm like, okay, she's not in a better relationship situation than me. Like, I'd rather be single than in a dysfunctional ass relationship in high school that's not even gonna last past graduation. Like, what? So, yeah, that happened, and it happened until I like moved to the school I am now. Like, they would just always come up to me, and I would literally just like act like I didn't know English. I'd be like, don't come near me, like I don't even know what you're saying. Okay, I'm gonna like cut the crease because now that I'm done with my story, I guess this is like merging into a tutorial. So yeah, after all that happened, like, he kind of like left my life. It's about time. My Instagram stuff never got hacked again. It was great. But every time that like I would try to get back on social media, like, it would be such a big fear. I'm like, should I even make another Instagram and like Snapchat, because like it's probably just gonna get hacked again. Like, I was so like discouraged. I was like, dude, like, what's the point? Like, let me just become like a grandma and just like read books and do nothing else. That was my fear with even starting YouTube. Like, even though like that hasn't happened in 3 years, I'm like, but what if? So yeah, I'm just gonna like cut the crease and then I will be back. So I'm just gonna cut the crease and then I'll be back for like, I guess, a tutorial, like story time, intermission, finish eating your popcorn, like just process all of that because none of it's fake. Like, it all happened. Like, literally everyone at that school like witnessed it happening on all of my social media accounts. Like, everyone knew Dale was crazy, but everyone was scared of Dale. So all these dudes would like kiss Dale's ass and make fun of me, and I'm like, dude, you don't even know. Like, he's not even strong. Like, so yeah, I'm just gonna cut the crease and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I am back, and while I was off, I just cut my crease, like a flinged out crease, and I left a negative space there because I'm gonna add a little lipstick and just like make a line because I don't have colored liner. But I'm like debating, like, I could do like this like cute purple one, or I could do this like light pastel pink, or I could do like this gray blue, which I kind of want to do blue because I already have these two colors on my eyes and I'm missing a blue. It's not gonna match, but I just feel like it'll look, I don't know, like I like spent a whole lot of time on this. I need like a brush. Okay, I'm just taking like this little fine tip. Okay, see, it's like a really like steel bluey color, and I'm just gonna fill in that negative space that we just created. That I just created, unless you're doing this with me. Or honestly, you could just leave it like that, like the little like light lilac-y moment looks cute too, but I just want to add a little bit more color. Okay, so I'm just gonna let that dry. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna pat the pink on now so it covers up, because this isn't that opaque, like the pink eyeshadow, so I feel like it's not gonna cover up a dry like blue lipstick. Okay, I am back. I just finished up my eyes. I added a green, like neon-y green color into my inner corner just for more color, and then I added the same blue lipstick here that I did in my eye. I don't know if it's eye safe. I'm assuming it is because I feel fine. And I just did the rest of my face off camera, like everything, and I'm coming back for highlight and lips because I feel like those are like fun parts. And I'm actually using a different highlighter than I usually do. It's very tiny. It's like a little sample. It's by Nomad. It's called Illuminating Highlighted It's called the Illuminated Highlighting Powder in the shade Midnight Sun. It's really cute. It's like a little pearly, like gold moment. So I'm just gonna apply that everywhere that you apply highlighter. And also, now that I'm kind of like done with my like toxic relationship slash like crazy, whoa, that was way too much, slash crazy like psycho ex-boyfriend talk, I'm just gonna say like, don't stay in a toxic relationship just because like you're desperate for a relationship. And don't think that, oh, no one else out there is gonna want me, because someone obviously does. Like, there's a person there out there for everyone, and not every dude is a psycho boyfriend, so you just gotta get through all of the crazy ones and then find one that actually acts like a civilized human being and not a pathological liar or weirdo, stalker, whatever you want to call it. This to my brow bone. This is so pretty. Like, what? I should get like a full size. This is so like wet and like damp and like moist. Ew, I hate that I just said that. Okay, and the nose, more of the Cupid's bow, because we're going all out. Okay, so for lips today, I'm using this single lipstick called Dolce K by Kylie, and the lip liner I'm using is Exposed because I don't know where my Dolce K lip liner is. Okay, I am back from doing that, and I'm just gonna come up closer so you can actually, oh, there's mascara all over my lip. Okay, I'm gonna come up closer so you can actually see what I did with my eyes, because I won't know if this is in focus until I start editing. So yeah, I'm just gonna come up close. Okay, so that is my video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and I'll do more get ready with me, like weird editions, like I have a boyfriend, or like, well, anything you want, or just a normal like chill, like very nonchalant get ready with me. I can do that as well. So yeah, bye.